and welcome to class. Today we will be learning adjective. Adjective. So adjective is a part of speech. So by the end of this class, we would know the meaning of adjective, the types of adjective, examples of adjective, how to use them correctly in sentence, also how to identify your adjectives in a sentence. So I want you to sit tight as we dive into this very interesting topic, or as we go on this journey of adjective. Now, let's move on to today's topic, which is adjective. What is the meaning of adjective? Adjectives is a word gotten from the Latin word adjectivum. Adjectivum. Adjective is gotten from the Latin word adjectivum. So I'm going to spell that. We have adjectivum. Now, what this means is a word added to a noun. That's what it means. So we got the word adjective from this word, this Latin word. It means a word added to a noun. So what is the meaning of adjective? Meaning of adjective. Meaning of adjective. So adjectives are words. Adjectives are words that are added to a noun or a pronoun, which gives us more information. About the noun or pronoun. So adjectives are words that are added to a noun or a pronoun, which gives us more information about the noun or pronoun. So adjective describe. It gives us more description about the noun or the pronoun used in the sentence. Now let's take two examples to understand the meaning of adjective. So example one, we have the dog barked. The dog barked. The dog barked. Now, the noun in this sentence is dog. The noun in this sentence is dog. Now, if you are to add more adjective, if you are to add adjective to the noun, because adjectives are words that are added to a noun to give us more information about the noun or the pronoun. Now we want more information about the noun, the noun in this sentence is dog. So we have to add adjective to the sentence. Now if we are to add adjective to this sentence, we will have the big dog barked. The big dog barked. Remember, our first sentence says the dog barked. Now, if you look at this second sentence, it's not like the first because one word has been added to the noun, which is big. So the big is an adjective. It gives us more information about the noun. And what is the noun in the sentence? Dog. So this word big is the adjective. If you feel like adding more adjective to it, you can say the big black dog barked. All right, we also have another sentence. Sentence 2. She wore a dress. She wore a dress. Now let's first of all figure out the noun in this sentence. So we have the noun dress. We want to add an adjective to the noun because adjective comes before the noun in some scenarios. Now, she wore a dress. So if you are to add an adjective to it, you can say she wore a red. She wore a red dress. Now, the word red is an adjective. So it gives us more information about the noun dress. Now, let's move on to the types of adjective because there are so many examples of adjective and they are all categorized in the types of adjective. Now, let's move on to the types of adjective. The first type of adjective we will be learning is adjective of quality. Adjective of quality. So adjective of quality is also known as descriptive adjective. Now, what is the meaning of adjective of quality? What does adjective of quality mean? So this adjective tells us what kind of person or thing. This adjective answers the question of what kind. So it tells us the kind of noun or pronoun in the sentence. So when we are talking about kind, we mean the color, the nature of the noun or pronoun, the shape, the size, the height, and so on. So adjective of quality tells us the quality, tells us the kind of noun or pronoun used in that sentence. So these are words that describe the quality of a noun or a pronoun. And when I say quality, I mean the color, the size, the nature, the height, and other things that you can use to describe a noun. Now, example of adjective of quality, we have sentence 1, we have the tall boy. The tall boy. Now, the adjective there is tall. Is an adjective of quality. So it tells us what kind of boy. It gives us more information about the kind of boy because boy is the noun in the sentence. But it goes ahead to tell us the kind of boy that is being talked about or discussed about in the sentence. And it says the boy is tall. So that is a quality, or that's one of the quality of the boy. So adjective of quality literally give us the characteristics of a noun. All right, the next sentence is a red car. A red car. Now the adjective of quality in this sentence is red. It tells us the kind of car, that is the color of the car. Then, and the color of the car is red. The next sentence we have is a sweet mango. A sweet mango. Now it tells us the kind of taste for the mango, the kind of taste, and the taste is sweet. So sweet is an adjective of quality. So it gives us the quality of the mango, that the mango is sweet. Then the next sentence is she is a smart woman. She is a smart woman. She is of what kind? The woman in the sentence, the woman is a noun. The woman in the sentence is of what kind? She's smart. So smart is an adjective of quality. Now, the next adjective we have is adjective of quantity. So this adjective tells us how much of something, the how much of something. Now, example, we have I have enough money. I have enough money. So the adjective of quantity would be enough. All right. So it tells us how much money the subject have. How much money the subject have. The subject have enough money. That is the quantity of the money that is owned by the subject. Now, next sentence 2. She drank much water. She drank much water. Where is the adjective of quantity? Much, because the noun here is water. So she drank much water. This tells us the quantity of water that she drank. Then lastly, the sentence, he gave me little food. He gave me little food. So the adjective of quantity here is little. Very good. So little is the adjective of quantity. It tells us the amount of food that was given to the object. All right, so now let's move on to the next type of adjective. The next type of adjective is adjective of number. Adjective of number. So these are adjective, or these are words that describe or that gives us the exact number of the noun. So the adjective of number gives us the exact number. It gives us the exact number of the noun in the sentence. Now let's take a very short recap. The second type of adjective, we talked about adjective of quantity. Now, adjective of quantity tells us how much of the noun or the pronoun or something in the sentence. It tells us how much, but it does not tell us the exact number of that noun used in the sentence. That is why adjective of quantity goes with uncountable noun. Adjective of quantity goes with uncountable noun. For a sentence, she drank little water. She drank little water. Now, water is uncountable. Little, the word little is an adjective of quantity. It just tells us how much. So we don't know we can't, water is uncountable. So you can't know the exact number of water she drank. Now, unlike adjective of number, adjective of number tells us the exact number of the noun. Now, for example, we have John has 4 apples. John has 4 apples. Please have it in mind that adjective is always close to the noun. Adjective comes before the noun because it is describing the noun or the pronoun in the sentence. So we have John has 4 apples. Now the word 4 is an adjective of number. It's an adjective, but it's an adjective of number. It tells us the exact number of the apple that John have. All right, sentence 2, Mr. Stephen has 2 pens. So these with your numbers. So Mr. Stephen has 2 pens. So 2 is the adjective of number. And lastly, we have my teacher has an umbrella. So the word "an" is used for just one. So you don't say my teacher has 1 umbrella. You can say my teacher has an umbrella. So you can substitute the word "one" for "an." All right, so this is the adjective of number. The next type of adjective is demonstrative adjective. I'm sure you must have heard the word demonstrative somewhere, probably when we were learning pronoun. Now, these adjectives are used to point out specific things or people. Take note of the word point out. So demonstrative adjectives are used to point out specific things or people, and these things are noun in the sentence. Now, example of demonstrative adjective. 1. This book is mine. This book is mine. Now, the examples of demonstrative adjective, we have this, we have these, we have those, we have that. So these are the 4 examples of demonstrative adjective which are used in this sentence example. Now, this book is mine. So the demonstrative adjective here is this. CHRS, this. Now the second is that car is fast. That car is fast. So that is a demonstrative adjective. It points out the car. Now the next is these shoes are beautiful. These shoes are beautiful. So the demonstrative adjective in this sentence is this. Then lastly, we have those boys are noisy. Those boys are noisy. So those is a demonstrative adjective. Now, I'm sure you'll be wondering, okay, then what is the difference between a demonstrative pronoun and a demonstrative adjective? Now, like I said earlier, adjective comes before the noun. Adjective comes before the noun. So these examples of the demonstrative adjective, if you see it clearly, you get to know that the examples of the demonstrative adjective, that is this, that, those, all come before the noun. For sentence one, we have this book is mine. The word book is the noun, and THIS, this, comes before the noun book. While for demonstrative pronoun, they can stand on their own. They can stand, they also point out things, but they can stand on their own. They don't need to be attached to the noun for them to point out things or point out the noun in the sentence. So for demonstrative pronoun, you get to see a sentence example like, this is my book. This is my book. So the word this in that sentence is a demonstrative pronoun, because you see, get to see that the word is before the noun. So I'm going to write that down. This is my book. Now the word this is after, sorry, before the verb, not before the noun. But if it was before the noun, then it is a demonstrative adjective. But you get to see that this word, this, is before the verb. In fact, it is before, yes, it is before the verb and not the noun. So it is a demonstrative pronoun. Unlike this book is mine. It is before the noun. So a demonstrative adjective comes before the noun. Please do well to now to differentiate this whenever you see them or whenever you want to identify them. So like I said earlier, demonstrative adjective point out specific things or people. Now let's move on to the next type of adjective. The next type of adjective is the possessive adjective. So this adjective shows ownership or possession of something owned by the noun in the sentence. So examples of possessive adjective, we have has, his, our, mine, theirs, yours. All right, now let's look at this sentence. My bag is on the table. My bag is on the table. So the possessive adjective is my. Sentence 2, that is a dress. That is a dress. The word her is a possessive adjective. And then lastly, we have our teacher is kind. Our teacher is kind. Our is a possessive adjective. Now let's move on to the last type of adjective, which is the interrogative adjective. So this adjective used when asking question. Please do not forget adjective come before the noun. Now the interrogative adjective uses the five W's. That is the WH words that are used to ask question, which are who, what, when, where, and whose. All right. Now examples, we have, which book do you like? Which book do you like? So which is a interrogative adjective. Which book? And you can see that the word which is close to book. Now the next is, what time is it? What time is it? Now the interrogative adjective is what. Then lastly we have, whose pen is this? Whose pen is this? So the word whose is an interrogative adjective. Now let's move on to the identifications of adjective. Now it's time for us to identify our adjective used in a sentence. So these are 6 sentences that has adjective, and we're not just going to identify the adjective, we are also going to identify the adjective, the type of adjective they fall under. Now our first sentence is I have a nice teddy. I have a nice teddy. Now, where is the adjective in the sentence? I have a nice teddy. The adjective is nice, because you can see that it gives more information about the teddy. Now, nice is an adjective of quality. It tells us what kind of teddy. And the noun is the teddy. So it tells us what kind of teddy or what kind of noun is talked about in this sentence. And the quality of the teddy is nice. So the word nice is an adjective of quality. Now sentence 2, I have some rice in the plate. I have some rice in the plate. Now where is the adjective? Some. Good. Some. Please, you can do well to pause this video, go through it, put down your answers, and then continue so you can cross-check your work. All right. So sentence 2, I have some rice in the plate. Now the word some is an adjective, so it gives us more information about the rice, and it's an adjective of quantity. An adjective of quantity. So it tells us how much rice is in the plate. Now the next sentence is she bought 3 pencils from the shop. She bought 3 pencils from the shop. Now where is the adjective in this sentence? 3, correct. 3 is adjective. And where does this adjective fall under? Yes, it's an adjective of number. Remember, the adjective of number tells us the exact number of the noun. So 3 pencils is what she got from the shop. So the exact number is 3. Good. Now the next sentence is this book is very interesting. This book is very interesting. Now, where is the adjective in this sentence? Correct. This. Thank you for following. So, this is the adjective. And where does it falls under? Demonstrative adjective. Very correct. So demonstrative adjective point out to specific thing. So this adjective is pointing out to the noun, which is book. All right, next sentence is we love our mother very much. We love our mother very much. Now, where is the adjective in this sentence? Our. Correct. Our is what? A possessive adjective. It shows ownership or possession of something. So our is an adjective and a possessive adjective. Now the last sentence says, which subject do you like best? Which subject do you like best? So this is a question. And where is the adjective in this sentence? Which, correct. So which falls under the interrogative adjective. Like I said earlier, interrogative adjective are the words used to ask questions. So make use of the WH words, and which is part of it. So this brings us to the end of the topic adjective. Thank you.